In a drop of dark matter, we can find the infinitesimal world of the basic units that comprise our universe. A majority of scientists agree that about 70% of the universe consists of dark matter. Still, many people, including eminent physicists, doubt the existence of dark matter. The skeptics have good reasons to doubt such existence. They, and everybody else in the world, have never viewed dark matter. Without success, brilliant scientists with the most advanced equipment have tried to snatch a look at dark matter for over 3 decades. The Large Underground Xenon, or LUX, is the world's most advanced instrument for detecting dark matter. In 2016, Robert McKee, the Observer's science editor, painted a disappointing picture. Deep underground, in a defunct gold mine in South Dakota, scientists are assembling an array of odd devices: a chamber for holding tons of xenon gas, hundreds of light detectors, each capable of pinpointing a single photon, and a vast tank that will be filled with hundreds of gallons of ultra-pure water. The project, the LZ experiment, has a straightforward aim. It is designed to detect particles of an invisible form of matter called dark matter as they drift through space. However, many scientists believe time is running out for the hunt, which has lasted 30 years, cost millions of pounds, and produced no positive results. The LZ project, which is halfway through construction, should be science's last throw of the dice, they say. This generation of detectors should be the last, said astronomer Stacy McGaw at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. If we don't find anything, we should accept we are stuck and need to find a different explanation, perhaps by modifying our theories of gravity to explain the phenomena we attribute to dark matter. Presently, I don't think we need to quit or modify our theories. Changing how we conduct the search may be an appropriate measure. To prove dark matter's existence, for example, we can try the methods of a detective looking for a suspect and investigating a crime scene. Most of the time, the culprit is long gone. The detective observes, collects, analyzes, and tests whatever physical evidence was at the scene to determine who the perpetrator might have been, what kind of weapon was used in the crime, when the crime occurred, etc. Searching for dark matter is no different, but it is a distinctively more elusive suspect, which requires more than just evidence gathering. Approaching that kind of crime scene, scientists must equip themselves with extra tools and skills that only a structural engineer or a mechanic might utilize. Unable to see through concrete, but with knowledge of physics and math, a structural engineer can determine the number of steel rods that should exist inside a pillar, a building wall, or a bridge footing to make it secure. A mechanic without laser vision through a hood would still understand the workings of a car engine in terms of generating a perfect chain reaction to transfer power to its wheels. At first glance, in examining our universe, there doesn't seem to be much out of the ordinary. It appears to be just a gigantic machine built over 13 billion years ago. Within that machinery is unknown matter that likely provides much of the explanation of how the machine runs. So, how does one investigate something so intangible? It requires the evidence-gathering techniques of the detective and the deductive reasoning of the engineer or a mechanic. When presented with evidence that the universe is expanding, the engineer should immediately ask, what causes it? This is similar to the question you might pose when viewing an inflated balloon. You wonder what is inside an inflated balloon: air, helium, water? It will require intuition and experience, memory and intelligence. Based on existing scientific findings and conclusions, that what will most likely involve some kind of matter. The first time one encounters Einstein's theory of gravity, the mechanic in you should immediately ask, how does it work? Einstein offered a machine that creates gravity with this description: masses, while moving, make curvature on space and time, producing gravity. Instinctually, that makes no sense. Where is the workable engine? Space and time have no physicality. The gap in comprehension is enormous because a vital link is missing. How does a mass curve occur out of nothing? However, the example used to visualize this theory provides a physically sound, correct, and clear clue. The interaction between your feet, object, mass, and a trampoline's stretchy fabric another mass, produces gravity. We only need to figure out how space can act like the fabric of a trampoline. One scientist in Einstein's time, Fritz Zwicky, already did. He found dark matter. Creating gravity and inflating the entire universe are extraordinary deeds and constitute more than enough circumstantial evidence confirming dark matter's existence. If not seeing it still bothers you, reflect on sitting in a theater watching a magician perform a trick where he flies through the air. He goes up and down over the stage, sometimes as high as the roof, hovering over a stunned audience. It is impressive to watch and would surely make you heartily applaud along with the rest of the crowd at this impressive feat. However, you knew the magician was attached to strings, a harness or some other supporting device for this spectacular flight. The magician's supporting device is invisible to you as it should be. For the rest of your life you may never see it, but it exists in every magician's flying show. The laws of physics and logic oblige you to accept it as fact. Similarly, dark matter isn't a product of human imagination. It exists and is as real as the universe itself. Based on the tasks it has achieved, from filling up and inflating the universe to penetrating everything large and small, to creating gravity, inertia, and momentum, I realize that dark matter should be a liquid-like element that swiftly and smoothly fills all the gaps between particles, leaving not even the smallest vacuum in space. Most importantly, it dramatically reduces friction. So, dark matter consists of two elements. 1. Dark matter liquid. It consists of the most transparent, thinnest, lightest superfluid, capable of contributing and participating in most, if not all, natural activities happening in the universe. 2. Dark matter particle. Floating in all that superfluid are all kinds of particles that have contributed to the building of the entire universe. At this very moment, in advanced laboratories around the globe, scientists are looking for the elementary particles of dark matter. Although always hoping for the introduction of the next extremely powerful microscope, I suggest we wait patiently and wish them all the best of luck. For now, I just offer a layman's comprehensible means to establish the existence of dark matter. You only need to observe fish swimming in a tank, birds flying in the sky, or stars and planets scattered everywhere in the universe. A. Fish are floating thanks to water. B. Birds can fly thanks to air. C. Stars and planets are floating in the universe due to the existence of a superliquid, an essential element of dark matter. With that in mind, we limit our focus to the field of dark matter that renders a telephonic conversation possible even with mobile phones. We will examine the invisible world of waves, where the position of every elementary subatomic particle is perfectly assigned to fit and to construct the most complicated traffic system in the universe. One of the prerequisites of existence is having a place in the universe. We should value the wonder of the spherical shape deeply. Spheres permit an infinite number of rooms for an infinite number of things to share. It practices a generous spirit, exist and let exist, to build the entire universe. We can begin with the munificent of circles. Put 3 or 4 circles together tightly, and we still have room for a smaller circle. That new circle immediately leaves 3 or 4 empty spaces for the smaller circles to occupy. The gap between the circles, tied together, always leaves room for a smaller one, A. Then, the newly created gaps between them and A produce room for B, C, D, followed by 9 more empty rooms for E's occupancy, and on to infinity. Sphere discharges its bounty as in 3D, the real world. Groups of spheres also make room for the smaller ones. A, B, C, and D create a gap to welcome E. If E fits into the empty space formed by 8 spheres, it would be free to escape through 6 open exits. The steadiest pattern in this case is the group of 4 spheres where each one always touches or somewhat solidly connects with the other 3. Adding 3 more spheres to this steady basic pattern creates 9 more exits. Even surrounded by tons of large spheres, a small one can always escape in several directions and then move freely to anywhere in the universe. Zillions of spheres provide zillions of tunnels. Dark matter contains all kinds of spherical particles. In this infinitesimal or quantum world, every subatomic particle can travel everywhere its tunnel system allows, providing coverage in all corners of the universe. Since no tunnel is straight, they all move in a wave form. Light particles or photons create light waves. Radio particles form radio waves. The particle's size dictates its moving frequency. When one day we can take a photo of the smallest in the universe subatomic particle, we will see a spherical object surrounded by 3 larger ones, DMP, and 3 open spaces filled with DM liquid, DML. Zillions of spherical DM particles create zillions of tunnels that allow every one of them to travel throughout the universe. Light particles, photons for example, moving inside the tunnel, built specifically for their size, although totally naked, is always being protected by the tunnel's wall made of zillions of larger particles. Radio particles and all other matter enjoy the same fantastic traffic system. They move safely and smoothly because the tunnels contain a super liquid that acts as the oil inside ball bearings, bringing friction down to almost zero. Therefore, we just answered the question: how can the space around the globe and in the sky handle the traffic of zillions of waves that move together at extremely high speed? How can the universe control and guide them to travel safely, causing no disastrous entanglements and huge crashes? To build such an extraordinary traffic system, the universe offers dark matter, comprised of dark matter liquid and dark matter particles. That simple structure provides a safe road for every single naked phone line that travels, with near light speed along the trillions of other unprotected waves. Moreover, they all reach their destinations intact. This is possible thanks to the particles' spherical shapes that instantly solve highly complicated problems and produce magical results.